So it's pretty important that you actually know what is on your credit report and your credit history. In case you don't know what that is, it's actually an outline of everything that has happened on your credit file in terms of you borrowing money, perhaps you were late in repaying something and it's gone as a default on your record. It's a concise guide to see what the banks and other lenders will actually see when looking to assess whether they should lend you money or not. So I can't recommend enough the idea of checking your own credit report. You want to be able to get an inside view on it before the banks and lenders see it, so that if there are any issues or errors, you want to be able to go in there and rectify those as soon as possible. The best way to check your credit report is there's two main providers in Australia. One, Vita Advantage, and two, Dun & Bradstreet. These two providers actually provide most of the credit reporting and credit insights to most of the big banks and lenders. So by having a look at the report they offer, you'll actually see exactly what they're saying, as I've said before. Both of these providers actually have a free and a paid service. Everyone wonders how you get the free and whether you should do the paid service. They're both pretty much the same, it's just that free takes a little longer to get to you, whereas the paid will expedite and have it in your hands overnight sort of thing. By law, they have to offer a free report for you. So I suggest you check out both of these providers, and I'll provide some links myself so that you can check them out. But by getting these reports, you actually become proactive with your credit report. You've seen the issues. If there is a problem, like I mentioned before, they've actually got ways of going down a path towards fixing those, and these providers will have to work with you to do that. I can give you a good example of why this is so important. I tend to ask people, do you know what's lurking on your credit report? And some people start to get quite agitated thinking of what may or may not be on there. So for me personally, when trying to get a home loan, which I was accepted, thank goodness, but in doing so, they were actually able to tell me that I had a credit card open that I thought I'd actually shut 2 years ago. So I won't name the bank because it'll get me in a bit of trouble, but they hadn't actually shut the credit card that I told them to 2 years ago, and in turn were charging me interest, charging me annual fees, and on top of that, could not get in contact with me, and thus I had a bad default on my report, saying that I was a delinquent payer. Completely unfair. So you can see by checking that, I was able to go to that provider and say, I'm sorry, but you need to make an amend to that report and let them know that this is not the case and it was a mistake on your part. So by doing that, I was able to fix the issue and I was able to still keep my record squeaky clean. So my question to you is, do you know what's lurking on your credit report? I bet you don't.